Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Seth Meyers, clinical psychologist, and today I'm going to continue my video series on narcissists. Specifically, we're going to talk today about what the experience is like demanding fairness from a narcissist. Okay, so a lot of times in dynamics with someone who is really narcissistic, and of course, we're talking about narcissistic personality here. Narcissists often will engage in behavior where they focus on what they want, what they need, their own goals, and they do all of this a lot of times at the expense of others. So you may be in a relationship with someone who is really narcissistic, and you often may find yourself in situations where they've done something where you will feel like it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. It wasn't right what they did. Now, a lot of times it's normal in social relationships to say when someone does something that wasn't right or wasn't fair, to bring up the issue. And hopefully, in most healthy relationships, each person will sort of take responsibility for their part, find some kind of compromise, and then they can move forward. And so initially, the thing that happened that was upsetting, it can be repaired. And actually, the relationship can become a little stronger. It can even become a little bit more trusted, the relationship, because you have had a situation and you have worked through it together, collaboratively as a team. Now, of course, anyone who is watching this and has seen any of my other videos on narcissism or knows a lot about narcissism knows that those words do not go hand in hand with narcissism. Collaboration and teamwork, those are anathema to the concept of narcissism. But here's the problem. Simply knowing that narcissists aren't good at this behavior, that narcissists aren't willing to engage in fair and reasonable behavior, simply knowing that doesn't take it away. Because if you are in a relationship of any sort, a work relationship, a personal relationship, a family relationship, a romantic relationship with a narcissist, and they do something that is unfair to you, it hurts. It's upsetting. It's frustrating. It makes you feel sad, disappointed, angry, any number of negative emotions this will cause. One of the most frustrating consequences of the narcissist doing something that is blatantly unfair to you is that they'll often never even validate the fact that it was unfair in the first place. In situations with the narcissist in your life, when they have done something that's really unfair to you, with most narcissists, you won't get the validation that you deserve. With most narcissists, you will never get the validation that you really deserve. That your average person, that most people, that most other people in your life would just think to do, would think to give you, would think to honor, would think to validate. With most narcissists in your life, you won't get that. You will never get the validation that you deserve that can make you feel like there is this sense of fairness. What the narcissist really cares about is winning. And in these situations, especially when the narcissist knows that you are upset with them, that triggers them too. And they all of a sudden feel like the two of you are opponents or even enemies in the moment, and they will preside. They will win. That is what matters the most. Fairness is not a priority for the narcissist. In fact, in that moment when they get stuck in that power struggle and they turn the littlest thing into a power struggle, fairness is the last thing in the world they want. Compromise is the last thing in the world they want. And your feelings are not their concern. And this is exactly why situations with narcissists are so upsetting. In work situations with the narcissist, they're so frustrating. And in personal situations, They can be so heartbreaking depending on the type of relationship. If this is your romantic partner, your husband or wife, or a boyfriend or girlfriend, or a close family member, or a best friend who is the narcissist in your life, and they do something that is this unfair to you, it can be heartbreaking. Now, what I would say to you is, in the strangest way possible, this is not personal. And that can be so confusing because you can feel like, well, what do you mean it's not personal? We have a close relationship. Well, what you need to understand is that with the narcissist, them acting this way, them operating in a way that is unfair and not empathetic to you and doesn't think about your situation, your feelings, your perspective in the situation, these are all automatic reactions for the narcissist. They react in this way as if you have become an opponent. That is their natural reaction. It is not personal to you. This is how they operate with anyone, with all the people in their life, anytime anyone is in a close relationship with them. In this way, it's not personal to you. It's not personal. And that actually is one of the things that makes it all so heartbreaking. You are thinking, hold on, I'm talking about my family member here, or I'm talking about my husband or my wife here. I'm talking about someone who I thought is supposed to love me and care about me and think about my feelings. I want it to be personal with someone who is narcissistic like this. It's not personal to you. This is how they operate with people they are close with in their life, is to not play fairly, is to not think about the other person's feelings as much as you wish that were the case, as much as you feel that your feelings do matter and should be counted. They don't count in the mind of the narcissist in the way that you want them to. What I wish for you, if you are in a relationship of some sort with someone who is narcissistic like this and does unfair things to you, is that you continue to gain insight into your reactions, into their behavior, and into what often becomes this vicious cycle. But you can continue to gain insight. And with more insight, we can all engage in behaviors that are better for us, that serve us better, that protect us better. I talk about this issue, narcissism, and a lot of other issues in my podcast, Insight with Dr. Seth, and in my video series on this topic and others. And I hope that this has been helpful for you.